It was supposed to be a quiet Thursday, the kind where nothing moves except the occasional breeze and the distant hum of a leaf blower. At least that's what the HOA expected when they scheduled routine boundary corrections on the edge of my property. But what they didn't know, what they couldn't know, was that they were walking into the outer perimeter of a Department of Homeland Security sanctioned national security readiness drill. And I was the one leading it. I'm Commander Blake Rourke, currently assigned to oversee Operation Frontline Echo, a quarterly preparedness initiative designed to evaluate state and federal coordination during simulated domestic threats. For realism, our field stations are set up in residential zones under strict legal protections, with low-profile surveillance and tight-lipped coordination with federal partners. So when the HOA's landscaping crew decided to cross the marked boundary with a bobcat loader, clipboards, and zero clearance, well, they didn't just trespass. They triggered a classified response protocol. This all started when the HOA president, Marlene Withers, retired substitute teacher, full-time busybody, declared at a neighborhood meeting that my unusual fencing and industrial lighting violated the association's visual serenity clause. Of course, I never attended those meetings. DHS had cleared my presence in the neighborhood through a shell LLC. The fencing in question? Reinforced privacy mesh with embedded thermal sensors. The lighting? Directional, infrared-sensitive perimeter monitors. In short, this wasn't just some oversecured garage. It was a live training node for a simulated infiltration scenario, and Marlene just decided to deal with it herself. At 11:12 a.m., motion sensors tripped on the north perimeter. A live feed piped straight to my HUD display showed 3 crew members in reflective vests, moving fencing stakes and prepping to unbolt a segment of the east gate. I tapped into the comms, Echo lead to Falcon Base. Unauthorized personnel breaching live exercise perimeter. Code orange, deploy shadow cordon. Within minutes, 3 unmarked black SUVs rolled silently onto the block. Plainclothes operatives stepped out, appearing like local contractors to the casual eye. A drone buzzed overhead, its thermal camera focused on the trespass point. The crew had no idea. When I stepped outside, I saw Marlene approaching with her usual clip folder and a twisted smile of smug satisfaction. "Good morning," she chirped. "We're realigning your fencing to match community layout standards. You've ignored our notices." I held up my credentials. Real ones this time, not the neighborhood registration. "Commander Rourke, federal authorization, DHS code X415-alpha. This is an active training site under National Security Authority." She laughed. "You can't flash a badge every time someone wants to trim a hedge. This is America, not the Pentagon." That's when the first federal vehicle turned the corner and parked across her prized petunia bed. An agent stepped out, radio in hand, and spoke into his sleeve. "Perimeter breach confirmed. All visuals secured. Initiate lockdown protocol." Marlene's smile vanished. By noon, the street was cordoned off by nondescript black vans with low-profile men monitoring data pads. Marlene was seated, quiet now, on the curb, being politely but firmly interviewed by 2 agents about her decision to enter a property flagged under federal jurisdiction. The crew? Shaken but unharmed. They had no idea they'd wandered into a scenario simulating cyber sabotage from a rogue state. As for me, I resumed oversight from inside the camouflage command center hidden behind the unpermitted structure. Within an hour, the exercise resumed. DHS got its data. Marlene got a certified letter outlining her potential violations under 18 U.S. Code Section 1382, entering a military or federal installation without authorization. No fine, no community hearing, just silence. Perhaps the first since I moved in. Funny what a breach of federal training grounds can do to the local social calendar.